What is up? Matt Pratt here, and back on this Mustang. Today, well, next couple days, we're gonna attempt to prep, paint, polish, and put this thing back together. Let's get on it. Yeah, what am I doing? I forgot to, I had to fix the hood. So we're doing a quick repair on it. Well, we're gonna try to be quick. Hopefully, I'm not gonna let it slow down from painting the rest of this stuff. So hopefully we can get in the booth at the same time. But while this is drying, I'm gonna be sanding on that. Worst case scenario, I pull out the heat lamp, heat everything up, and I should be able to make it. I guess I could talk a little bit about how I prep this. So I got 400 here, 320, 600. Usually I'll, block with 320 and then finish off with 400. Do most of my sanding with 400, and then I finish up with 600. I want to get the 400 grit scratches out with 600. And then with 600 I use this interface pad. This is a pad that goes on my DA, my sander, and what it's best for is a lot of these round edges. If I were to take the DA straight flat pad to it, it could actually cut through really fast. This interface pad is really good at really wrapping around the corners, and it keeps the corners round. A lot of times you'll sand something flat and your corner will be like sharp because you hit it like this, you hit it like this, you hit it like that, and it's got like an octagon sharp look. But this thing actually adjusts to the contour really well, so you're not sharpening any edges that shouldn't be sharpened up, and it works really well. So I still got a couple pinholes in here that I gotta fill. I think there was something over here. I got like a small dent there and a weird chip here. So I'm gonna put some top coat, some lightweight filler on this to finish this up, and I'm also gonna shove it in those pinholes while I'm at it. So let's do that. And we wait. Got this on the lamp. Hopefully it does well with the lamp. I don't want it to overcook it. But if we squeeze under here, I got all this set up so far. This looks really good. I put it on upside down because I just really got to get this area really good. And if I got to do it from the bottom, it's not going to work too well. And I got to get all in here really well and all that. So I think it was best like that. This looks pretty good, the way it's set up, and this looks really good. This is a lot of bare metal, and good thing that I brought an etch primer, and I'm going to spray on this. Unless I'm going to have to spray a little bit on this fender too. I guess the E-coat, which is the black coat there. It's done in a factory with, they charge the panel and they charge the paint, and they put it in this room, and the paint attracts to the panel, and it's so controlled that this E-coat is really hard to replicate that out here spraying it. So we don't want to take as much, we want to leave as much as we can on. It's the best thing for our paint to stick to, but as you see, we've got a couple bare metal areas that we have to stick something on there, so that's what we'll have to do. But everything looks really good, just waiting on the hood right now. We got everything wiped down, set up. We should be good to go. This looks good. Everything is blown off. Should be good to go. So the first step we have to do is we have to apply a acid etch to this bare metal. Same thing to this. It's just going to be a light coat, somewhat transparent. But it's going to etch itself into the metal, and then we can stick our paint to the etch. So that's what we're going to shoot first. Alright, we got our base coat laid out. Everything looks really good. The only sketched out part about this color is, for some reason, it looks dark. And I have painted this color before, and I remember having issues like that. But I've been doing a spray out, a little test sample, and it looks pretty close. I mean, that looks pretty darn close. So I hope it's the color that I've picked before. I won't know until I clear it. That's the sad part, so I gotta put some clear on it. So we'll see what happens. What is up? It is the next day, a little early in the morning, and it's actually kind of nice out. It's only like 40 degrees, but it's wintertime. This feels like 70. Let's pull this thing out. I want to actually get it outside in this nice sunlight and see how this color matches. All right, everything looks exactly how it looked last night, which is good. I can actually start on taping this stuff. But I just know for a fact that there's no way this stuff is gonna be hard enough to wet sand and polish. Which is okay, because we still have some time. This car does have to be delivered in a few days, and but we should be good. All right, let's get all this stuff pulled out, make some room, get that car out of here, and let's make sure this color matches up. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's a bummer. I know I mixed the color right. I know I used the same color before. I know I wrote it down. I don't know. I gotta figure this color out. So we had an issue. The color didn't match on the Mustang at all. And I knew what I was getting myself into. I've had a problem with this color before. I actually painted it 2 years ago. I just forgot what it took to paint it. And I ended up kind of figuring out. So, but I am not taking any risks on this color. I want to get it done right the second time. I don't know. Let me just show you what I did. So this time we are blending the color. The color that I'm putting on here is going on the door and is going on that panel just to make sure that it matches. And the same thing with the fender, because I want to make sure this bumper matches the fender. I'm going to be blending the fender. So it sucks. I got to paint all this stuff again, but it has to be right, you know? It just has to be right. Even though this car is technically a drag car, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a good looking car, it deserves the right color. So this color might look like Calypso green. It's not really Calypso green. It's actually a shade darker, and that's the problem. So the first time I painted this car, I actually put Calypso green across it and freaked out. And then I had to go back to the paint store, grab a totally different color that was like hand-picked, and I sprayed that over top of it. And I got lucky and the color actually matched really, really well. Well, I thought, I know what I did last time. Let me just paint this car that same color that I picked out, and I got lucky. And I did, and it became darker. I had Calypso green underneath of it, shining through it, making it brighter. So, in other words, how complicated paint can be, I had to take two different colors to make one color match this. I hope this is the last time I paint this. So what do I do to fix a problem like this? You don't fix the problem, you just do what you did before. So I actually put Calypso green on the front of this door. You can see the color difference. It's crazy light. but I think this is what's gonna make the original, the color that's on the car, pop. So I just kind of dusted it everywhere. It looks like a mess now, but I hope, be able to put my other green on top of it, and then I'll get the same effect that I got last time. So it is what it is. 2 colors to make one. It's probably the most difficult color I've ever sprayed. Alright, I think we're ready for clear. Let's check it out. That looks a ton brighter, so much better. We're guaranteed it's going to match because it's blended. This looks really good. I hope this looks good. This is in a weird spot in the booth. The light, it's really hard to get the light in there. I really can't completely see it. The issue with spraying a transparent color like this is it wants to model or it wants to look cloudy. So you gotta really try hard to make sure all your coats are super even and consistent so you don't run into that model look. This looks really good. I think I'm ready to clear it. And I'm hoping that this is the last time I paint this car while it's in my possession now. So make some clear up and get back in here. Alright, we're the next night out here, and it looks pretty good. I definitely have a little bit more dirt than normal in this paint job. Don't get me wrong, my booth area is not an actual booth, it's actually homemade. I am pretty successful with keeping dirt down, but I never ever paint this much stuff at once in here, like barely ever. It turned out pretty good. I do have to polish a lot of that dirt out, which isn't no big deal as long as the paint is hard enough, which I think it might be. Everything came out really good, and I don't have the panels on there yet, but from first look, it looks like that the color is going to match this time. It definitely doesn't have that dark look anymore, which is so crazy that I have to mix up 2 different colors to make one color. But you know, whatever secret formula it takes, you know, is getting the job done. So the fight is over and I won. Thank God this thing matches. Oh man, I was really like struggling with this color since this hasn't the first time I ran into this, and honestly I think the second time I just got like really lucky. Yeah, that looks 100 times better than before. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep piecing this thing together. The paint is actually still a little soft to polish, so I'm just going to get all the parts on the car kind of buttoned up, and then I'm going to come back and polish it up. This thing needs to go in a couple days, so I'm hoping this paint starts to harden up a little bit. It's just really cold in my shop at night, and what that does is just slows down the curing process, and it makes the paint almost go dormant, like just pumps it in its brakes of its curing process. So let's throw this thing together and take a final look at it. Damn, she's looking good. Somewhat put together for now. I don't know how I'm going to polish it. I might take it all apart. Who knows? That wing looking really good, all color match. The trunk matching here looks really good.
Way better than it did the first time. Yeah, I'll put the mirror and the belt molding on after I polish it. I'm not fitting any more into this video. Painting it twice takes up a lot of time. Anyways, go ahead, hit me with a comment, share, like, subscribe. And if you are subscribed, thank you, I appreciate it big time. Go work on something. I'll see you next week.